2022 has been yet another extraordinary year for all of us anime fans. Chainsaw Man, Spy X Family, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, the return of Bleach, and whatnot. But while 2022 hasn't ended yet, what about the anime beyond that? Yep, that's right, we're talking about the top 10 most anticipated anime for 2023. Well then, let's dive right into it. Number 10, Isekai Nonbiri Nouka. I guess it's safe to say that Isekai is the genre that has gotten the most diverse in the past few years. I mean, now we have an anime where the protagonist wants to become a farmer. What happens is that a 39-year-old man kicks the bucket because of chronic sickness and is on his way to the other world. But when asked about his wishes for what he wants to be before starting his life in another world, the man gives a surprising answer. He doesn't ask for overpowered abilities or whatever. Instead, he uses his wishes to first ask for a healthy body, then for a peaceful life, the ability to know the local language, and then finally, he states that he wants to be a farmer. A simple premise for a simple protagonist, but don't let that fool you. Cute girls farming together with you is probably better than spitting blood while fighting a random general of the Demon Lord. Number 9. Tomo-chan is a girl. Here we have the wholesome brotherhood between two buddies. There is Jun and Tomo, and while they may bicker and spar, they always have each other's backs, just like all best friends should. However, something interesting about their relationship is how even though Tomo is actually a maiden in love, when it comes to Jun, she is completely oblivious to it. Even though she outright expresses herself, he is prone to misunderstand. Yep, our girl Tomo has it tough, and so, come this January, we'll have to cheer her on from behind the screens as she tries to escape the firm shackles of the bro zone. Number 8, My Home Hero. It doesn't take much for your life to change, especially when you done and dust your daughter's abusive boyfriend. Tetsuo Tosu is an ordinary salesman with an ordinary life. He loves his wife and his daughter, but recently his daughter has had a sad vibe around herself. He wasn't going to let his daughter's smile fade, so he starts looking into her new boyfriend after accidentally overhearing that the guy says that he has been abusing her. Not only that, but her boyfriend is also a part of a crime syndicate, and their goal is to get her grandparents' money. Once he is done with that, he'll just kill her, just like he's killed his past girlfriends. One thing leads to another, and Tosu kills the guy. Now, he has to continue his life while watching his every move because he becomes a case of suspicion soon enough. Well, at least his wife is real enough to help me adios the dead body. Number 7, Spy Room. Do you know what's better than a mystery anime? It's a mystery anime where gorgeous beauties are all dressed in suits. We start off with a beautiful lady named Lily. She's training to become a spy, but while she has a good head on her shoulders, she's always on the edge when it comes to the practical stuff. That is until she is given the chance to join a mysterious team of spies whose job is to complete a somewhat unusual mission. Well, as it turns out, this team is composed of problematic female spies, and now she'll be living on the edge all the time. Number 6, Mato Seihi no Slave. A strange supernatural phenomenon starts occurring in Japan that gives unique abilities, but only to women. This started happening when entrances to another world started popping up all over Japan, and because of that, it isn't unusual for vicious monsters to show up out of nowhere, and so in order to deal with them, an elite force is formed. As for our protagonist, he is a high school student named Yuki, who was walking home from school when he lost his way and ended up in one of these entrances. Of course, he immediately calls for help and is rescued by the chief of the 7th unit of the Anti-Demon Corps. She gets kind of intrigued and asks the guy to be her slave, to which of course he happily obliges. Or maybe not. Number 5, Insomniacs After School. We all need some peace and tranquility in our hectic and stressful lives, and this anime is going to be just that. The story follows a couple of insomniacs who start getting along after a chance encounter in the astronomy club's abandoned observatory. Just like that, this place becomes their go-to spot after school, and little by little the two of them start getting even closer to each other. The manga has quite a reputation, and from the looks of it, we are in for a splendid adaptation. To put it simply, it's going to be a wholesome yet peaceful slice of life gem for y'all to enjoy. Number 4, Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. We all have one of those moments where we feel as though we're completely invisible to the world around us. Then there are also the kind of moments when it's like the entire world is silently watching us. For our protagonist, named Junta, he's always had a surprisingly low presence, so much so that he may even start questioning his own existence. Some of his classmates don't know about him, and even though he is in class, nobody really pays any attention to him, except for a certain aggressive girl named Kubo. She sits right next to him, and she happens to be the only one who knows when and what Junta is doing. And for better or worse, she wants him all to herself. Number 3. Mashle, Magic and Muscles. People have often referred to Mashle as the love child of Harry Potter and the One Punch Man series, and I'm sure you'll see exactly why. The story takes place in the world where there is a clear sense of elitism. Those who aren't capable of magic are looked down upon, while those who have greater magic aptitude lead the society. Our protagonist happens to be a failure when it comes to using magic, and so some people also compare this premise to Black Clover. But what makes Mashle's protagonist different is that he is about to overcome every other mage using only his physical strength. It's insane, but his abrupt moves and explosive physical skills are so inconceivable that he easily markets them as magic. Yep, Mashle is definitely going to be one of the main highlights of 2023. Number 2. Oshinoko. Guys, if you're familiar with Kaguya-sama, Love is War, then I'm pleased to tell you that the anime adaptation of the author's other series is scheduled to come out sometime next year. It's a story about the unusual kids of a young and beautiful idol named Ai Hoshino. Back when she was 16 years old, she got pregnant. However, if the news got out, then her life as an idol would be over, and she would receive a lot of hate, which is why they keep things a secret. Conveniently, the gynecologist is a big yet sane fan of this idol, and he's willing to go along with everything. However, right at the time of birth, he's stabbed by a random someone and dies, only to then be reborn as the child of this idol. Plus, he also has a twin sister. Definitely not a bad new life, but a certain dose of tragedy is going to switch things up a notch. I won't spoil it, but just like Love is War, the anime is also going to be quite intense. Number 1. Solo Leveling. For the longest time, fans have actively wished for the anime adaptation of the popular Korean webtoon named Solo Leveling. The story takes place in a world where supernatural gates have granted exceptional prowess to a fraction of the population. Even the weakest hunter is exponentially stronger than a tough yet normal human. And well, this is the story of the world's weakest hunter who is wasting away in low-level hunter jobs to pay his sick mother's medical bills and help his sister with the tuition. However, one instance which would have inevitably put the ending credits on his life ends up becoming the moment that changes his life. He comes to possess an unusual skill that allows him to level up, and just like that, he's about to show everyone who is the man. A1 Pictures will be adapting it, so I'm sure there isn't much to worry about the visuals. They have never really missed as far as I can recall. Which is why, let's just sit back and get hyped. It'll be coming out next year. And there you have it, folks. These are my top 10 most anticipated anime for 2023. Which one of them are you planning to watch? Tell us in the comment section down below, and don't forget to bump that like and subscribe button, guys. It's always appreciated. Well then, I'll see you guys on my next video.